Here's a live look at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., where there is a new Speaker of the House. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries handed over the gavel to Louisiana Representative Mike Johnson. He was the fourth candidate House Republicans nominated for the job. Johnson is now third in line of succession to the presidency.
There's a lot going on in our country, domestically and abroad, and we are ready to get to work again to solve those problems, and we will. Our mission here is to serve.
Congress now has about 3 weeks to pass a new spending bill to keep the government open.
We now want to bring in Joe Dolan for a closer look at how the new speaker falls politically. And Joe, really, there's no question where he falls.
No, there isn't. Through his 6 years in office, Maria, Jim Johnson has been a vocal supporter of former President Donald Trump. He is a staunch conservative who's best known for defending former President Trump's attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election, joining a group of Republicans in voting to sustain the objection to those electoral votes on January 6, 2021. After the election was called in favor of President Biden, Johnson told Trump to stay strong and keep fighting. He also opposes legal abortion. He opposes same-sex marriage and introduced a bill last year that would have banned schools from promoting or discussing gender identity. Johnson is also opposed to sending Ukraine aid. Here's how he describes himself. Quote, "I am a Christian, a husband, a father, a lifelong conservative, constitutional law attorney, and a small business owner in that order." Late today, President Biden offered his congratulations and reiterated his commitment to working with Johnson in good faith. So it took a while, and the optics on this were not great for Republicans because they were literally having a hard time very publicly getting their House in order. But tonight they do have a speaker, and as the speaker himself just said, they have a lot of work to do ahead.
A lot of work to do in a fractured conference.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this is, it almost felt like they needed to vote in favor of Johnson today because this was really getting untenable for Republicans. They needed to settle on a candidate who would fit the harder right conservatives and the more moderate Republicans, and they landed on Johnson, and he's the next speaker.
All right. Joe, thank you.